Thanks everyone for coming today. Have 10 or 20 slides here. I'm not sure. I'll try not to talk too long, but I want to talk about CRM. Huge year for Microsoft CRM. Convergence was heavily dominated by Microsoft CRM this year, mainly because of the new version that came out in the fourth quarter of 2013. Dynamics CRM 2013 launched both on-premise and online. Was a huge release, changed a lot. It added a lot of capability to the system. It also changed the user interface significantly. So if you have seen CRM before or are a user of CRM, the 2011 version, and you haven't seen CRM 13 before, you will not recognize it. It is significantly different. And I have some screenshots in my presentation today. Why convergence was so heavily dominated by CRM was that this is going to be a huge year for CRM functionality release. We have 7 functional releases coming out in 2013, spread out the year. It's coming in 2 waves, a spring wave and a fall wave. It is the accumulation of several acquisitions that Microsoft has done over previous years. So they have purchased about a year ago a company called NetBreeze that allows social monitoring. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. They also acquired a company called Marketing Pilot about a year ago that enables marketing capability within CRM. So this year we are seeing those acquisitions actually start to show up in the actual software. So what I want to do is sort of set the stage a little bit. CRM, just to give you a premise of the role CRM plays within an organization, is ERP is good at execution. It executes order fulfillment, executes invoicing, AR, inventory, accounts receivable, all of purchasing, all of that. CRM's role in the application stack for an organization is to keep up with the activity of an organization in 3 main areas: in sales, in service, and in marketing. It allows you to track, capture, and report on the activity of an organization across the board. So think of maybe CRM as ERP as a bullseye with CRM wrapped around it. It's that activity tracker. Okay? Just an example may be the activity that goes on leading up to an order. Right? You talk to a potential client about a purchase. You may trade emails back and forth a couple of times. You may generate a couple of quotes. All that activity, you may go out to lunch. All of that can be captured and be reported on and become organizational information. So what I want to talk a little bit about is Microsoft's approach to the functionality that they're putting into CRM. And I'm going to start with this slide, the age of the customer, because the way people buy now is different. And I think you're going to recognize some of this as we go through. So a couple of statistics here. So 4.5 billion people on social, okay, in all forms, 6.8 billion on mobile, 400 million tweets, 150 checks to some sort of device a day. I saw another statistic that there is actually, in 2013, more connected devices to the internet than there are people on the planet for the first time in history. Okay. So just amazing statistics about the connectivity of the world today, right? How we can get information and how it's so available to us. Next is we buy differently because of it. Statistics say that customers now are 57% through a purchase cycle before they ever engage someone that's actually going to be able to sell them that product. They do self-research. They go out on the internet. They talk to people that they know and trust about purchases that they're going to make. When I saw this, I'm like, yeah, I do that myself, right? I don't want to talk to a salesperson, right? I mean, it's just kind of the world today. Sorry, John. Right? We're going to go to people we trust. We're going to talk to people we know and get their input, and then we're going to do research on the internet ourselves. And when we're ready to buy, we're going to be these really knowledgeable purchasers talking to the people that can actually sell us what we want. 70% for complex, right? If I'm going to go buy something that's highly configurable, I'm going to do even more research. Last piece, customer service, right? We all know what customer service is. We know it when we see it. We can tell you whether we've had a good experience or a bad experience. 80%, again, statistics, 80% of customers are willing to pay more for better service, right? Now that's all subjective, but that's statistics. And then 23% of customers that are highly engaged, that receive great service, right, will lead to increased profitability and revenue for your organization. So again, some statistics. The goal here is to talk about that customers are more savvy now in their buying. Customer service is even more important now because the purchase experience is literally one click away, right? They can change their mind. That purchaser can change their mind instantly and be one click away from you to your competitors, okay? So that's kind of the premise that I want to start with. And I have a roadmap too, and I have a great galaxy, and Microsoft has this affinity for naming things. CRM, they love constellations, so at least we don't have the 7 dwarfs, we have constellations, so that's good. In Q1 of this year, Microsoft acquired another company called Parature. Parature is a company that provides service functionality that can be embedded into existing websites. Okay, it's much more than that, but in brief, that's what they do. They can take your existing website, put scripts, hooks into it that allows you from your CRM system to capture a support request from it, provide knowledge-based information back to that user that came to your website. So it's a very feature-rich set of functionality. They were an independent company. Microsoft acquired them first quarter of this year. And while we're not getting any of their functionality immediately, it is out there available. You can subscribe to their service, and we look for that functionality to come here later in the year. The spring wave that I talked about is coming Q2 of 2014. We're actually there, right, April. It hasn't released yet, but we're getting 3 separate areas of functionality releasing. So we're getting Leo, Supra, and Mira. Leo, codenamed Leo, is our platform improvements. So they're taking the CRM 13 release that was in the 4th quarter of last year and improving on the platform itself by adding some enhanced capabilities to it. And I'm going to touch on some of those here in the next slide. In the social area, Supra is a new area of functionality for us. So what Supra is allowing us to do, it's the implementation of that NetBreeze acquisition that I talked about. With Supra, we are now going to be able to monitor the social world and capture as activity tweets, Facebook posts, sentiment about us, campaigns we have, our business, our brands, through the monitoring of the social environment. Okay? And I'll show you some slides on that. Mira is the marketing functionality that I talked about. So the marketing pilot acquisition is the enhancement to the marketing area of CRM that allows us now to do campaign launches and more feature-rich marketing activities in CRM than we've been able to do before. Okay. In Q3, we're going to get another functional release called Libra, which is going to further enhance our social areas. And then in Q4, we're going to get the fall wave, which is going to be Vega, Hydra, and Electra, which is going to be an additional enhancement of the entire stack feature set in the platform, social, and marketing. And it's also going to be our version 1 of the Parature functionality that was acquired. So going to be a very busy year for us in the CRM team. We look forward to it. We've had a chance to be involved in some of the pre-release Microsoft programs. We've gotten to look at some of this functionality ahead of time, and it is very exciting what's coming down the road. So I want to touch on just a couple of slides here to talk about the separate functional releases. So Leo, big non-disruptive steps. So it is an opt-in upgrade. So for CRM Online and CRM on-premise, if you load this, the spring wave, you do opt into this functionality. So you can upgrade to it, but then choose when to actually implement it with your organization. So you can turn the different components of the CRM function release on at your pace. You don't just have to light it up because you loaded everything. A couple of areas there noted on the screen. So customer care is our service area. We do get some integration with Office 365. So they have last year merged the online services portal. So CRM and Office 365 now are administered from the same online services portal. The social integration is new. Mobility, we now have the ability to run on several platforms, so iPhones, iPads, Windows phones, Surface pads. We support multiple browsers on multiple devices, so Internet Explorer, of course, Chrome, Firefox, Safari are all supported. The online enterprise, so the enhanced functionality are going to be part of a new SKU that is going to be an enterprise class license. And then the platform tools are getting a refresh. So the ability for us to extend CRM in what we call an XRM scenario, where you have specific line of business functionality that CRM provides itself as a platform for you to build that functionality on. So things like you would traditionally use a spreadsheet for in an organization to track certain pieces of transactions or content in your organization, we can pull those sorts of things into CRM, and just by doing so, we're able to share them across the organization and report on them. So, Leo in brief. I want to give you a screenshot of one of the new pieces of functionality. So the Unified Service Desk is one of the new service area enhancements. Back to that customer service, how important that is. The Unified Service Desk brings together on one screen the capability of a service person to provide in real-time service and have access to all the information about that customer and the account and the organization they represent all in one place. So with this screen, I have the ability to have their service level agreements. I have ability to see their entitlements. I have the ability to see all of their account history, all of their contact history. I can have call scripts that are pre-programmed based on issues that we previously experienced or what they're calling about that I can walk customers through. I can also now have the ability to reach out to other line of business systems that are not housed, data isn't stored within CRM, but I can link to them and within context bring information back to them on this service desk. So in areas where you may be in an industry that has a specific line of business application, we can now reach out to that system and get information from it from our new service desk. We have if you see on the left, we have the call log, so that's a link interface. So we have integration to telephony systems and instant messaging systems. We also have down in the bottom left, really small, we're adding a timer, so we have a session timer so we can track our SLAs if we have certain levels of response that we have to submit back. So huge impact to functionality from our existing case management area within CRM. So really excited about the capability of the Unified Service Desk. We'll talk a little bit about our platforms here. So I talked earlier about what we run on as far as mobile devices, but the ability, and I didn't put it in, but there's a slide that customers now want to be able to request service through all channels. Okay, they're calling it omni-channel. You need a CRM system and a support structure that can adapt and handle omni-channel requests. So if I want to call through traditional, right, I'm going to call for service. Well, I also want to be able to email. I also want to be able maybe to reach out through Facebook, reach out through Twitter, and request service. So the multi-channel service capability is built to address that. Again, the Unified Service Desk, Enterprise Care Management, Knowledge Base, and Social Service. So being able to not only take requests from multiple channels, but also be able to communicate back in multiple channels and provide the content that we have back through our knowledge base within CRM in a concise, consistent manner. So I want to just throw that in. So the Supra, the social piece that we talked about, little dashboard there about what it looks like. So what this allows us to do is to put in hashtags, just a little detail, hashtags and all of those social little acronyms and tracking mechanisms that we have. We can put them into CRM and then be able to track your post, what you say on the internet, right? We can capture it back into the CRM system, and then we can use it for metrics, right? We can gain sentiment. We can gain, if we do a campaign and we send it out, what are people saying about that? What are people saying about our brand, right, or our product, or anything else that we may put out there? Just a little bit about the depth of this, a little detail there, so I won't read that slide to you, but it is a very feature-rich set. Again, this was the acquisition, the NetBreeze acquisition, so they're taking this mature product and embedding it within the Microsoft product. So it's a very robust, mature piece of functionality that we're being added to CRM. Dashboard here, so Social Insights dashboard, a little bit, just want to give you a couple of the metric capabilities here. So again, monitoring the social world, we can see analytics, we can see sentiment, we can see trending, we can see buzz, we can track on charts and graphs where it's coming from. So people blogging about it, or they Facebooking, Twitter, videos posted out to YouTube, right? So this is me just having a microphone to the internet, the social world, and I want to track that activity and see what's going on, because ultimately I need to be able to talk to people and influence that self-research sort of scenario that's going on out there that we know is going on. We want to be a part of it, right? We want to get to them before they show up on our doorstep and know more about something than we do, right? So, marketing piece, so the marketing pilot area, the marketing area of CRM, to me personally, traditionally, probably the weakest piece of CRM was the marketing area. That is no more with the marketing pilot edition. The screen I have up here is a campaign wizard. So we can, along the right, you see they're very small, are our building blocks. We drag and drop them out on our screen, and we build a campaign. So we can start with a marketing list. We want to send an email. Based on what happens to the email, we then put in the decision tree. So all the blocks you see here are either content within CRM or decisions within CRM followed up by additional content. Could be emails, could be activities, internal activities, could be adding a customer that shows interest to another campaign, but a very feature-rich set here that allows us to trigger and execute based on a number of things that are coming at us. So very, very feature-rich set. There could have thrown probably 100 different slides up here, but it also allows us to do lead scoring, monitoring, put that campaign that we launch here is going to go out in the world and generate sales leads for us, right? So that's really the circle that we're looking to close, is by us doing campaigns, we want to drive sales back to ourselves. So we want it to close that loop from an activity standpoint. Yammer, so I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Yammer. I think of Yammer as a corporate Facebook. Okay, it looks like Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. I hear it looks like Facebook. Acts like Facebook. It allows you, what its purpose is, it allows you to communicate internally as an organization. You can also link it out to external organizations you choose to be part of their network. But what it allows you to do is bring the collective intelligence of an organization together through collaboration, and it embeds it within CRM. So if you have an opportunity, say a salesperson, John here, I'll pick on John, has an opportunity and I'll just use our company as an example. If John goes out here in Little Rock and talks to a customer about a potential opportunity, there may be pieces of that opportunity he doesn't have experience with, and he needs to reach out across our organization to collaborate with people that may have information about that. Well, we have offices in Orlando and Minneapolis and Oregon, across the U.S. Well, using a tool like this, he can go in, and within the context of that opportunity here in CRM, he can collaborate with others in our organization right here within the product. Okay, so that's kind of the power of Yammer, just in brief. Very, used correctly, right? It's a great sharing tool and a big benefit for that social kind of collaboration within an organization. Really, its intent is to bring the social collective intelligence of an organization together. I want to talk a little bit about reporting. So Power BI was a piece of functionality released by Microsoft with the Office 2013 release. Okay, it works within Excel, works within SharePoint. So you may just see Power BI kind of across the Microsoft stack. Well, we use Power BI in CRM, and the screenshot I have here is Excel. So using Power BI and Excel, we can reach out to CRM and create charts and graphs and access the data of CRM. So bring the whole power of Excel to play, and using the CRM data as a platform, we can build all of the metrics and data and reporting needs that we have. So there are others available, but this is new with the Power BI capability for us to use now Excel as a reporting platform. One last slide I have here is social insights on the account form. So this, just wanted to put this up here to show that with all of the monitoring CRM's doing within all the different areas, the social monitoring, that we can pull it all together on one screen. So we can get a top-down view of an organization. In this case, AdventureWorks here. This is the new layout of CRM 2013. So if you do have 2011, you do notice it looks quite a bit different. But down the left, I have information about the company. It has an integration to Bing Maps, so that's my map. That's actually a live map. If I clicked on it, it would fly out to Bing. I could use all of the power of Bing to get restaurants near there, hotels near there, all of that. In the middle, I have some social tracking, right? This is a convergence chart, but it could be all of the social monitoring that we're doing for this company. So if I wanted to see what this company or people over on the right, contacts that work for this company, are saying about me or my organization or my products or my brand, I could track through the social monitoring of those contacts or this company. I could track in my my metrics there in the middle what they're saying. What do these people or what does this organization think about me, my products, my brand, my service, my marketing efforts, my pricing, etc. Again, over on the right, we see the entitlement, so that's new. So entitlements are if you sell service plans or other types of entitlements that your organization offers, you can keep track of them there now. Also, service level agreements is new with the Spring Wave release. We haven't had those before. So if you have certain service level agreement commitments that you have to meet as part of your service, we can see those there as well. So huge year for us. We're really excited about all of the functional releases that are coming for CRM. So if you don't have CRM, if it looks like it's something interesting, right, we'd love to talk to you about it. It is a great tool. It has a lot of breadth. You can do a lot with it, not just sales, marketing, and service. But again, that XRM component of CRM allows you to, within the product, no programming needed, right? But within the product, configure it to manage, track content within your organization that traditionally you may have used Excel to do or Access to do. And the power of CRM is that it can relate that information to all the other master information within your organization. Can be connected to your ERP product. So if you run GP or NAV or AX CRM can be connected. They're all the Dynamics family, so they're built to work together. So we would share customer sets, share product sets. So very feature rich. If you're interested, let us know. We'd be happy to talk to you about it.
All right, and I'll take everybody off mute if anyone has any questions.
Thank you everyone for attending. Stay tuned for more updates. If there's any other questions, we can try and answer those. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming. Have a nice day.